Beautiful people, I am Bea and welcome to I am Bea's channel. If you guys are new, welcome. I hope you guys are doing good just like I'm doing good. In today's video, something told me to turn my camera on and talk about this. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about letting go, letting people go, letting people who no longer serves you, letting people go who hurts you mentally, physically, emotionally. For some reason, I'm getting drawn into this. And even I had problems, and I see other people having problems of letting people go. It could be your family, it could be an ex who you have kids with, it could be a friend that you grew up with. It could be anything. I'm here to tell you that you do not have to continue to keep these people in your life just because they are related to you or you have kids with them or you grew up with them. If it's costing your mental health, it's making you emotionally drained, it's like making you exhausted, understand that you do not have to keep holding on to them or having them in your life. Because if they're hurting you, if they're causing you pain, you do not have to continue to hold them on because you will burn yourself out. All I've ever been doing was chasing my mom and dad, getting them to really, acknowledge that I'm here, acknowledging that I want love from them. And I'm at a point where I'm done, I'm tired, I'm exhausted because I've been doing that ever since I was a little kid. I've been wanting love from my mom and dad for so long, and I forgave them after everything they put me through, whether they realize it or not. I'm 27 years old now, and my parents never looked for me, okay? My mom and dad, they weren't together. We would have to come see my dad like almost every other weekend, but it eventually stopped. And my mom was always working. She was always having issues with her own relationship, that she was exhausted. Didn't have time to focus on me and my siblings. And I had to grow up real fast. I had to grow up at a very young age. The relationship between my mom and her husband weren't good. It was so unhealthy, always fighting, and like her husband would put blame on me for their relationship and stuff, so it put a big weight on me, making me feel bad and guilty for something that it had nothing to do with me. There was always something every single day growing up. When I got older, I came to a point where I could defend myself, and that's when my mom's husband just started using voice. He would try to vocally bring me down. He would try to harm me, like with using his words and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, this man took me away from me. I stopped laughing. Come on, like I'm a very funny person. I didn't realize that until last year. I play around a lot, but I didn't know that until last year. My mom's husband took me away from me. He damaged me in so many different ways. And it took me a really long time because I held a grudge against this man. And I didn't realize that I was harming myself by holding that grudge against this person. He was not feeling the emotion I was. I wanted to let it go. So last year I started doing a lot of inner work with myself. And I remember just sitting in the car I was in my car on my way to my friend's house to go pick her up because I needed someone to talk to and to release all this. And I remember I would start crying. And my only reason was I wanted to let go of that emotion because it no longer serves me. Started crying and crying, just letting it out. My friend's like, "What do you want to do with all this?" And I said, "I want to let it go. I don't want it to ruin my life." And so I started doing a lot of inner work, and I started to forgive. And I forgave him for me because I deserve peace. I deserve happiness. I deserve to live a heaven life on hell, because we're living in a hell world right now. It's hell. Like, people don't understand. This is hell. It's up to you to choose whether you want to live a hell life or a heaven life on earth. That's completely up to you. So, I forgave him and I gave him another chance. I gave him so many chances, but this was the last chance, and I went to go stay with my mom. And it was good in the beginning. Why? Because I had my nephews with me. I had my nephew with me, so that was a distraction, and work was a distraction. But then the kids left. And then he tries to bring back, trying to use me as a punching bag. And I wasn't going to allow him to do that. Because what he fails to understand is I'm no longer that little kid that's going to stay quiet. I'm going to speak up, and I'm going to use my voice, whether you like it or not. Because how you treat me, I'm going to let it be known. You mess with the wrong one. I'm not trying to be cocky. I already had a conversation with my mom, and I told her, I said, I forgive you and I forgive him. I said, but if something doesn't change, because it takes two to make it work, and I've changed myself completely and still bend over backwards to respect someone who doesn't even respect me. It came to a point where he just started coming at me. He started charging at me, and I said, you know what? I sat my mom down and I said, listen, I've done this for a long time. I'm done. I'm not coming around anymore. If you want to see me, we can meet up and we can go do stuff. But I am not coming to this place. I'm not coming to your home. I'm not going to your restaurant, because there's no need for me to go there. For what? And I let go of my mom. I let go of her husband. Why? Because he was causing my mental health. He was causing my peace, and he's not worth it. I'm not going to scoop low for anyone. That's one. And he's not going to bring anything out of me. If you ain't here to lift me up, to give me that push I need to move forward, I don't need you. And I've cut off so many people. My ex, there was always something. She caused me my mental health. She caused me, I was emotionally drained. I was everything. I was exhausted. She messed my head up. She, did a lot of things to me. I've met people who were nice in the beginning. They were nice in the beginning, right? And then for some reason, they just turned on me. They started treating me like crap. Where did this come from? I was attracting those kind of people. They were nice to me in the beginning, and then they turned on me. And to me, I'm just like, bro, was that a mask that you put on in the beginning? Because if this the real you, and something in me, triggers you, and you put your issues out on me, I know it had nothing to do with me. I didn't deserve that. So then I got rid of those people. And I said, okay, I'm going to set the intention of meeting people who are going to love me and care for me and really want to be around me. Those are my intentions. Those are my pure intentions. And then I started attracting those kind of people. The people who are closest to me, they're still nice to me to this day. Those people are willing to go over and beyond for me. If I send them a text message right now, they will respond to me without any hesitation. So it's just I'd rather have those kind of people than the ones that I've had in my past life. To me, I'm dude, I go over and beyond for you. I'm very loyal. And you turn your back on me, where did that come from? What did I do to deserve what you did? That's because they didn't do inner work in themselves. They rather put blame on other people than to really look at themselves and be like, all right, I did this. These people have issues and they don't want to dig into themselves and really work on it. It doesn't matter, friends, family, I've cut off family too. Because I told them in the beginning, if you ain't going to treat me right, if you ain't going to push me, if you're not going to give me that push I need, I don't need you. And they take it personal. It's nothing personal. It's just, I got stuff to do. I have a journey ahead of me and I need to focus. And if you're not here to give me that push that I need to be on that route, I can't even tell you My only intention is to help people, to heal them. You know, like, I'm a protector. And I will stand. All you have to do is stand right behind me and I will protect you. And if someone's messing with you, I will protect you. Because I'm that kind of person. When you mess with me and mine, you're messing with the wrong one. What you didn't see is that I have God next to me. I have my spirits next to me. I have my angels next to me. I have my ancestors, my archangels. I have an army right behind me. Even though you can't see them, I have an army behind me. I'm protected. I'm guided. So you ain't got to worry about me. What you need to worry about is yourself. Because if you don't work on yourself and you come at me sideways, I'm either going to walk away from you or I'm going to let you know who you're messing with. Because I don't play. I don't play because what people fail to understand is I'm strong. I've had people bully me in the past. I've had, I would watch people and they would just complain about the people who they hang around with, but they don't do nothing about it. They don't put their foot down. Oh no, I grew up with them, I can't just cut them off. If you have kids with your ex and they're not coming around for your kids, they don't need to be around. You don't have to have them around. And I know that you want to hold tight because you have kids with them and you don't want to take the kid's dad away from them. But it's not you. It's the person. You don't have to keep hanging on to them. If they hurt you mentally, physically, and emotionally, you can let them go. Because the minute that you let them go, you're going to see how much better you feel. And you start praying for protection. Start praying for guidance. If you're confused, lost, and if you feel like, letting them go, it's gonna you don't know what to do, pray. Get on your knees and pray. Because I guarantee God will not do anything until you ask. Because you have the free will to do whatever you want. You have the free will to do whatever you want. Understand that. You could be running in these streets, but there's going to be one thing that's going to make you bow down and start praying for a change. Start asking for healing. Start asking for guidance. Because you finally got on your knees and you ask. When you pray to your God, to your spirits, to your angels, that's when you're giving them permission because you have a free will to do whatever you want in this world. Because I was mad for a while because I didn't understand why I was going through what I was going through when I was growing up. Because I'm telling you, my mom's husband would literally give me issues every single day, all day. And I just didn't understand why I was going through that. And I was mad. Because I'm like, God, why am I going through this? I'm just a little kid. I can't even smile or laugh because this man takes it away from me. So then I started living my life. I wasn't listening to him. I ignored him. God was giving me signs about my exes, about people. I was ignoring them. I'm like, nah, I don't believe you. And where did it take me? It took me down into a deeper hole. I got to a point where I had to surrender. I'm like, God, you know what? Please give me strength to get out of this relationship because I don't know what to do. I'm done. I'm at a breaking point. I have no energy left in me. This girl literally took all the energy that I had left out of me. And then another person just broke the little piece that I had left. I finally sat down and said, God, you know what? Heal me. I don't want to live like this. I'm getting nowhere without you. I finally let God into my life. And when I let God into my life, so much good things were happening. People came into my life. I had to get rid of the old. I had to get rid of the old emotions from my heart. My heart was closed off for a really long time. It was closed off. I had no idea what that meant. And then I started doing inner work. I started, working on my heart. Now I understand. I got rid of the old emotions and put in new things, new emotions into my heart. Because I only deserve goodness, just like you deserve only goodness. Are you willing to let go? Are you willing to close doors that no longer serves you, because that includes letting people go who don't do you any good. It doesn't matter if you have kids with them. It doesn't matter if they're your mom and dad. You know, people tell me, but that's your mom, that's your dad. So what? If they're not lifting me up, if they're holding me back from what I need to do, I gotta do what I gotta do, because this is my life. This is my life. I'm gonna have a heaven life on earth because I deserve that. And it's all about reprogramming your mind. We believe what our parent taught us. I'm making my own road. I've been making my own road because I deserve happiness. I deserve a good life. You deserve a good life. You deserve to be happy. You have a choice. Do you want to be happy or do you want to be sad? Which one do you want? We got to start really doing inner work. Let go of people, let go of things that no longer serve you. I've let go of so many things. I've let go of friends and family members and you know, things and ideas. I let go of it because I know that what I have ahead of me is beautiful and is something greater than what I could ever imagine. In order to take a step forward, close what's behind you. Don't be afraid. Because remember, you hold the power. You hold the power in your hand, and you got to protect that. You got to protect that because it's your power. This is your life. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to lean on someone, because there's people out here who do want to help you. But you got to be willing to give, because nothing can be forced. You have to allow it. It took me some time to ask for help, because all I ever knew was doing things on my own. I picked me up. Then I started allowing people to come into my life. I'm like, all right. I started opening up. And by opening up, you're releasing what you hold inside, because you got to release that. And if you don't want to talk to people, get a journal. Write your emotions down. Get them down. Write down who you want to let go. Write down who you want to forgive. You can do it. But you have to believe in yourself and know that you can. You are a lot stronger than what you tell yourself. Because when I look at myself, I am so much stronger than what I was. I was weak. I was at my breaking point. I've thought about things that I shouldn't have thought about. But understand, those thoughts that creep up on you, those aren't you. That's something else that's trying to get you to do what that thing wants you to do. You guys take care. Take it easy. Until next time.